Yo then guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be doing a reaction video on the new documentary from Jake Paul and Anesongib and friends and camp people, basically set up by DAZN. So basically this is like a insight or insider knowledge to what these guys are doing. I found it really interesting. I've already watched it, so this isn't going to be me watching the video reacting to it. First of all, because I wanted to watch it anyway, and I didn't realize that I was gonna do a video on it so soon, and also because it was gonna get copyright claimed. So I just thought, hey, why not go about this a different way and watch it and then talk about some of the points. I'll leave the link to this video in the description if you want to go check it out. It's called 40 Days Proof Jake Paul Will Lose. This is Anesongib's title, by the way, if you haven't already guessed. So I believe this is filmed by DAZN and it's put out on the DAZN channel. It's put out on both of their channels. And yeah, it's a very interesting video. First things first, we have Jake Paul's training camp at Big Bear Lake in California. This is quite a cool location, essentially, and what he said in this is that he is away from everything. There's nothing that can distract him. It's just boxing. It's just focus. And it's at a very high altitude, which means when you go running and stuff like that, it's very hard, or a lot harder, to catch your breath or to breathe than at normal altitudes. I'm not going to go into all the sciencey thing. I'm not big on how altitudes work and how, you know, oxygen affects you at different level. I'm not going to be able to go into that. All I know is that the higher altitude you get, the harder it is to breathe or, you know, to get your breath back and stuff like that. So it's quite a cool way of training because, you know, he's going on runs. It's hard to get his breath back. It's going to increase his stamina. And it's also just going to make him a stronger person, being able to run and hardly breathe and just push through them barriers kind of thing. So I'll rate that. I rate that a lot. So obviously his trainer is Shane Mosley. Now I'm going to get Wikipedia up here because I'm not 100% sure on who the guy is. Not because I'm being ignorant here, because I don't watch boxing, essentially. So he is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1993 to 2016. He had multiple world championships in 3 weight classes, including the IBF lightweight title, the super weight title, and welterweight title. He's also a former lineal champion at welterweight twice and light middleweight. So the guy is a fucking boxing legend from the sounds of it. So in 1998, the Boxing Writers Association of America named Mosley as their Fighter of the Year. So he was put in the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2000. And in 2000 and 2001, he was named the world's best active boxer, pound for pound, by The Ring. So the guy has made a massive name for himself and he's a boxing legend. So you know what? Fair play for Jake Paul. He no longer has, or I'm not saying he did, but there's no longer gonna be a let's go champ kind of guy at this. We actually, I'm not saying that Shannon Briggs isn't a legend, because he is, but we have Shane Mosley in here. I'm still not sure who he is really, but still, okay? I'm hoping, or by the looks of it, just from the way that he was acting in the press conference, he's a lot more used to this. He's a lot more, you know, used to current situations of press conferences. And he seems to be more with it with the internet and having little kids there and kind of, I don't know. He's not just trying to be cringe. Now, something that I did find quite interesting on Jake's side of things is that he was talking about his YouTube career. He was talking about before the biggest thing that he had to get over was money and fame and views. The numbers got to his head. He was obsessed with getting views and getting more views and getting more fame and getting more money. He was obsessed by that. Now, that's not such a bad thing. That's actually quite a good thing to be obsessed with it. So you work for that and you put in the work and you know, put everything into that. But sometimes you can get a little bit too obsessed where, you know, it affects you if you don't get as many views mentally and you start to get down when you don't get as many views. That's not good, okay? That's not good. But this guy went the complete opposite way and he started creating really cringy content for kids and essentially just going completely against his character. Now, hearing what other people have to say, the guy apparently isn't a very good guy. But I feel like there is a side to him which is. Just seeing him like take pictures of all the fans while he's meant to be training. He's still taking pictures with fans, being like, yeah, let's go, let's take a picture. Trying to make fans feel comfortable around him and stuff like that. It was nice to see. So I have no bad words to say about him in this, really. The only thing that I'm worried about for Jake is that he is overlooking him. I know he's putting in all the training, and I know he's fully going for this, and I rate him for that. But if you overlook your opponent, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. He can be a stepping stone, but you still need to, to get onto that stone, you need to put all your effort in. I'm not saying that he's not. And you need to be there mentally. Not going, I'm just going to wipe this guy, KSI. And not thinking about KSI, all that. Like, he's got beef with him. He's messaging on Instagram. And just focus on your opponent. Because if you focus on him and you annihilate him, you then get an opportunity against KSI. And if KSI doesn't say that he will fight him, then KSI will be seen as the pussy and the little bitch. So, you need to focus on Anesongib. He says that if Anesongib just comes in with pressure, he says, to be fair to him, he's got, at the start of the fight, he's there. He's in your face. He's putting the pressure on. But he trained for that. So if he just comes up all close, then he's going to realise that the fight's Jake's very, very quickly. I assume that, he's going to be able to counteract the jab, because that's probably going to be a big part of his game, Jake Paul. I'm not too sure. I don't know. So, on to a big gibber. Mount Charleston in Nevada, altitude 8,000 feet. Now, just to put this into context, places like New Mexico, 3,200 feet. What else we got? Some places in California are like 4,000. Texas, 4,000. There's a lot of 4,000s going up to 5,000 in this. Let me just have a little look. Highest elevation in the world. So, the tallest, or the peak of Mount Everest is 29,000 feet, okay? So you're looking at a very, smaller number to the highest, but 8,000 is like, some of these places have 3,000, okay? And on average, it's looking like about 5,000. So that's 3,000 more than the average. That's nearly double the average, which is crazy. So once again, Anesongib has gone with the same running at a high altitude, because it means that, breathing is harder. I'm not saying it's like, you feel like as you're running, you can't breathe anymore, but it's just that little bit harder and a little bit, harder on your body to breathe, which is naturally probably going to make you breathe in a more, in a more suitable pattern. I don't know. I'm probably just chatting shit. But he goes through his whole YouTube story, how he started in 2013, a fat shit in his words. And now, now look at him. Now fucking look at the guy. Fair play to him. So he's saying that he was 100 kilos, which is about 15 and a half stone. So for someone his size, that's pretty big. I'm not going to lie. So he started going to the gym before any of this boxing stuff. And he started, when he met Vidal for the first time, he was training with Vidal because it was a good way of cardio. So boxing is a good way of cardio, by punching stuff and putting everything you've got into punching bags and skipping and stuff like that. So it's quite a good way of losing weight. So we started that, and then when the bigger fights started coming up, when KSI fought Jake and fully brought Vidal in for that, then Anesongib had a little bit more experience. Anesongib had a little bit more experience in boxing, and so, rightfully so, took it on. So Anesongib has got more boxing experience from what it sounds like, but I still think that Jake Paul is the more technically gifted person. Anesongib likes to, punch from the side, which, hey, fuck it, it's a YouTuber fight. I know it's professional, but it's still a YouTuber fight. So fight however you want it, If you win, you win. You get me. he comes in and he says that he's not mentally stable, which I get that, fair enough, because like if you saw the fight against what's his name from TGF Bros, I can't remember his name. If you saw that fight, Jace Windler, that was ridiculous. He was getting smacked in the face, and out of nowhere the guy just comes out and just fucking smacks him one. And it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Because let's not forget, he is a YouTuber. In 2013, he was sat in his room opening packs, for fuck's sake. And now the guy's getting punched in the face like 7-8 times in a row. And still, without a break or a breath, manages to throw hands and connect solidly. Like, you've got to be a different type of person for that. So Jake Paul says that it all started with Shane Mosley, from him getting a text from a friend being like, yo, Sugar Shane Mosley wants to like bring his kids round. Is that okay? To like the, you know, Jake Paul's house. And Jake Paul's like, you know what, the guy's a legend. Yeah, let's go for it. So he met up with them, met up with the kids, and they seemed to have a nice time. And they became friends from that point. And Jake Paul texts him and be like, yo, could you train me? And the guy's like, yeah, come stay at my house. Let's fucking do this. Fair play. I like that. I do like the honesty from Shane Mosley though. He's just saying, you know, Anesongib, the way he fights, he doesn't even know what hand he's going to throw next. So how can Jake? How that's not possible. So yeah, as I say, like I like the honesty from him. Like there's no messing around. He's not calling him a pussy, nothing like that. He's like, you know, it's a weird technique, but it works. Clearly, it clearly works. The thing that I like about this is Gib is literally there. Like this fight, Jake Paul has everything to lose. I have nothing. In fact, I have everything to gain, because like before any of this, before any of the boxing, he was a guy that sat indoors playing FIFA all day. Well, not saying all day, but open packs for a living, technically. Spent like 20, 30k a year on a FIFA just to get good packs, just to upload videos. And he was 15 stone. Not like fat shaming, just saying the guy wasn't in shape, okay? Now, he gains relevancy from Jake Paul. Because let's be honest, the guy has 9. I know that and he's getting more views, but without this, he wouldn't be getting more views. Like he wouldn't, without the fight, he wouldn't. It's not just because it's against Jake Paul, it's because Anesongib is fighting. If he wasn't fighting, then he wouldn't be getting 1 mil, 2 mil views a video. So like this whole fight thing, it could have been against anyone, but this whole fight thing has really, really helped him and pushed him subscriber and view wise. And obviously his fitness is like it's never been before. You know, he's running at 8,000 feet. He wasn't running at 3,000 feet before. So, you know, the guy has clearly reaped the benefits from this. Not just this fight, from the other two fights. Yeah, the other two fights as well. It literally shows a clip of Jake jumping in to a lake in Big Bear. And there's like, he has to smash it with his foot, the ice. It's that cold. So he's literally like doing his, like breathing in, like doing his exercises and stuff. And the guy goes, 3, 2, 1, jump. No hesitation, no nothing. The guy pushes himself at fair fucking play to him, honestly. And he's there, he's swimming around, and the guy's like, just breathe, relax your muscles. No freaking out, just staying completely focused. Jesus, this could be a hell of a fight. They're both putting so much into this. This could be one hell of a fight. I'm really excited for it. I really, really am. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about both sides of the story and talk about what was going on in that video. I'm pretty happy that I didn't do a reaction video just because it's 26 minutes long anyway. And also I'll probably get claimed from it. So just can't really be doing with the claims and with the amount of time that it's going to take. I've just finished a 12-hour shift and I've got another 2 12-hour shifts for the next 2 days. So, you know, I'm a bit tired. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then please smash the like button, comment what it is down below, subscribe, share this video around. I would love to get in a little community. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching and peace.